concerns that people had about the bill in terms of clarifying which immunizations would be required, so that has been put into statute in the bill, or would be in statute if the bill passes. So I think the committee was trying to be responsive to some of the concerns raised. Not certainly all of them. Some people don't want any of this. I totally understand that. In terms of how people are being treated in the Capitol, I have responded personally to some of those folks. It's a very emotional issue for parents and so maybe some people who've never been in the Capitol, and I think some of the interactions were not ideal. I don't think anyone was trying not to be polite and respectful. Some of the folks who came in the building were also very emotional, and so those were difficult conversations. Nonetheless, I think people have been responsive. There's been no attempt to not be responsive or silence anybody's input. It's just a very emotional issue, and we have members who feel very emotional about it, and we have parents who feel very emotional about it. We're just trying to do the best public policy, so trying to keep it as calm as possible so we can get the right bill done.
Can I ask, it struck me that went, by prior reference to Ways and Means, like I understand there's a spending component to that bill, but not all policy bills that have spending go right there. And I wondered if that was somehow strategic on your part because Steiner Hayward is a top Ways and Means, has supported this before. Maybe it has an easier path and, I don't know, doesn't potentially have to go to another Senate committee. I'm not sure, but was that any part of your thinking there?
Well, I think we thought that given the complexity and the kind of emotion around the topic, having additional money for outreach was important, and giving the agency a little bit more time to come up with an education plan. So there was some tactical reason to send it there so they could think about it and get some money attached to the bill. Because obviously Steiner Hayward, as one of the co-chairs, has been very supportive of this topic, so there is support down there. I also think that, again, getting back to our top priorities, the vaccination bill is important. The housing bills are important. The funding bills are important. There's just so much going on right now. Our members, I think, are struggling to keep up with it all. So a little more time in Ways and Means is not necessarily a bad thing.
Okay.
What do you think the chances are of it ultimately being passed?
I think it's one of those bills that, as any bill that requires resources, doesn't really get dealt with till the very end of session, May and June. So we'll just have to see. There's a lot of time between now and then to see. One, if we'll have additional money. Depending, maybe we have to not do any outreach depending on what money we have. Things are pretty tight down in the budget.
So